so, I finally just, after I think I had close to a year of sobriety, it felt like the next right thing, right? Like I just knew that I was gonna need to continue growing, and that was the way to do it. And to go back to school at that age and have some professors that were younger than me, and to be humble enough to still be teachable and to, really sort of go down that journey, like, was fascinating, you know. I'm so grateful that I had that opportunity, and then, graduating with a bachelor's degree, and taking those steps towards a brand new career and a brand new sort of life for myself as far as my profession goes, was huge for me.
Yeah.
And like, it's something I never thought that I would see. Like, it's so funny because the parallels are everywhere, right? Like, I can look at my disease and I can look at, the the uh, the negativity and just the toxic, poisonous nature of the disease in my activities and my actions and everything, and think that I never thought that I would find myself in that place. I just never thought that that was going to be a part of my story or my existence or my being. And once I was in that place, I never thought that I would be out. And I never thought that where I am now, like, having a degree and having a new career and having a wife, and having all this would also be a part of my story. It was also something I couldn't see for myself. So life continues to surprise me, and it's funny because I don't think that I would have one without the other, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I wouldn't have everything that I have now had I not had everything that I didn't have before. And so it's funny the way that life leads you, and I'm grateful that I trust enough sometimes, not all the time, but I trust enough in whatever, the universe, a power greater than myself, just life in general, to kind of fill in the blanks for me and go with it,
Yeah.
and put in the effort.
Yeah, finding that journey to self-reliance and, like, believing in yourself enough to have some accomplishments is such a fucking trip, man. Mm-hmm. It's so crazy that I can get so far off the path as far as being able to do anything for myself that's good, trying to stay safe, right? Like, I'll fucking just try to stay safe in all the things that I do. That's what I did with drugs and alcohol. Right. I was trying to stay safe. I was trying to stay protected from, whatever trauma I was dealing with.
Comfortable.
Right? I just couldn't deal with being in my own fucking skin because I didn't have any direction or identity as far as who I was and what I wanted to do, and the things that I was doing at a deep level I knew were not good for me. I knew at a deep level at some point when the party changed from the point where I was bragging about how much I was using and drinking to the point where I was lying about how much I was using and drinking. Mm-hmm. And I crossed that invisible line from recreational use into addiction. And I became dependent upon putting chemicals into my body. I lost track of anything that I thought I could accomplish throughout my life. And I lost track of any personal identity. I became my disease. And I just fed that fucking thing because I got so afraid of what it was going to be like without it that became my main focus, and I know that is in itself the essence of the disease of addiction is feed the fucking monster.
Right.